Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Makeshift Tarot coming to you with another reading. I'm putting the decks up for you to see and make your selection with. We have 5 selections. This reading is going to be about your no contact situation. I know you want to hear from your person, and they most likely want to hear from you. Or some of your people may feel like it's best that you go your separate ways. Whatever the case may be, we're going to get into it momentarily. If you resonate with this deck, this is going to be selection number 1, the Light Seers deck. If you resonate with selection number 2, the colorful neon tarot deck will be selection number 2. If you resonate with A.E. White tarot deck, selection number 3 is going to be for this deck. If you resonate with Celestial Tarot Cards deck, this will be selection number 4. Last but not least, selection number 5, Broke Poor Person's Tarot deck. Yes, the Broke Person's Tarot deck, selection number 5. The cards have been pre-pulled because I'm long-winded and I've practiced several times trying to keep these readings under 2 hours. It just never works. So I decided the best thing to do would be to pre-pull. The only card I'm not going to pre-pull is the Oracle card. It's going to be the last card. With that being said, for those of you who chose selection number 1, the Light Seers, this reading is for you. Now, the question I asked is, what was the cause of the no contact situation between you and your person? And, excuse me, the card that I pulled for your energy is the Two of Wands. Now, this could be your person's energy. The intention is for it to be yours. Okay? So you just have to listen to the reading and determine which energy belongs to you, and whatever energy belongs to you, then more than likely the other energy belongs to your person. Okay? And the energy that I pulled for your person is the Three of Swords. So we have the Two of Swords for you. Did I say Wands earlier? Sorry about that. We have the Two of Swords for your energy. And then we have the Three of Swords for your person's energy. And looking at the cards, those energies don't look very peaceful, do they? So the Two of Swords representing you and the Three of Swords representing your person. And the Two of Swords is telling me that the no contact situation may have arose from indecision on your behalf, or the energy could be reversed. Avoidance of some type of difficult decision to make. A decision that needed to be made, but you or your person was reluctant to make that decision. It could have been a stalemate situation as well, where you or your person, neither one of you wanted to confront the situation. And with your person being represented by the Three of Swords, it could be that they were emotionally blocked. And they were unable to decide how to move forward as well. Unwilling to face some kind of truth in the situation. The Three of Swords definitely brings clarity to the fact that the no contact situation is rooted in some pain for sure. Look at this card. It's a lot of pain. You know, in the background, there's a barren tree. It's dark and cloudy in the background. Yeah. Doesn't look very fertile in this card. This card doesn't look very fertile. And what I mean by that, when we have a fertile situation, um, there's growth, there's creativity, and I don't see any of that going on here. Look at that heart. It's been torn up. It looked like it's been tried. Someone tried to sew it back together a couple of times. Yeah. So what I'm getting from that is there was some betrayal that took place. Some serious betrayal. Harsh words were said, and the disappointment was, you know, cut deep. Hmm. Someone was in denial. Someone was avoiding a situation that led to unresolved heartache, making the communication very overwhelming and painful. The swords deals with communication, and we have two swords cards here representing you and your person. And I feel like you probably were the one who was in denial, because this energy is representing you here, and your eyes are covered up. You know, I feel like that's representing denial. And you didn't have to have your eyes covered, because in this photo here, your hands are free. You could take the covering off your eyes and see what's going on around you. You can definitely feel that something's going on around you, because you know we have these crows here pulling at the strands of your hair. Uh, so what I'm getting from that is that you had many opportunities to make up your mind, but you chose not to make up your mind. And this situation can have something to do with a third party, being that we do have the Three of Swords here. Uh, so in short, the no contact was likely caused by emotional pain, avoidance. Somebody couldn't face the truth, which eventually led to a heartbreak that caused you two to go into silence, into a no contact situation. So the next question I asked was, how is your person feeling right now? How's your person feeling right now? And the card that I pulled for that energy is the world. That's the card that I pulled for that energy. to answer the question about how does your person feel right now. So as you can see in this card here, the world, there's a woman inside of this circle here. She looks like she's meditating. She looks like she's unbothered by anything that's going on around her, and that this is where she wants to be. This is where this person wants to be. Your person wants to be in their own world. This is the world card. Mm-hmm. You know, being that your person is symbolized by being sealed up in this circle here, what I get from that is your person wants closure. They want to complete the situation with you and them. They've come to a realization. And the world card is about completion. It's also about closure. And it's about cycles coming to full circle. Mm-hmm. Yes. So your person may be feeling like things played out as they were meant to play out. And with them coming to a place of acceptance with that, I'm feeling like this could mean that your person is feeling at peace with the current no contact situation as they have accepted it. It seems to be from this card here. Mm-hmm. But the world card can also talk about distance, both emotional and physical. You know, them separating themselves from you. They might feel like they've outgrown the connection that they had with you. And now they just want to focus on larger goals, more important things in life as they see it. Mm-hmm. But on a deeper level, the card could also be talking about, you know, your person reflecting on the bigger picture. So your person could be processing the situation and seeing the lessons rather than being stuck in the pain that was obviously caused. Rather than being stuck in the pain that was obviously caused, that caused you to go into the no contact situation. Uh-huh. They feel a sense of completion in their reflecting, and they see the situation as a significant chapter in their life. But whether they feel the need to revisit is uncertain. Let's keep going. Um, the last card I pulled is what is their next action? What is their next action? And the card I got for that was Queen of Cups energy. Queen of Cups. This card almost looks similar to this card. Huh. Meditation in their own world. Mm-hmm. That cup looks like a meditation bowl. The energy we pulled for what is your person's next action is the Queen of Cups. So, you know, the Queen of Cups is a healing card. It's a card of healing. And the Queen of Cups is a deeply emotional and intuitive and compassionate card. So, what I'm getting from that is it could mean that your person's next action is for sure going to come from a place of emotional depth and care, even if they're not showing it outwardly right now, because they're in their own world, they're processing. Your person seems like a really positive person. They don't want no problems. They do want peace in their life. And what I just heard was that, being involved with you just kind of ruined, it just not ruined their peace, but it did not bring them peace. Whatever the situation was that led you guys into a no contact situation, it did not bring them peace. And now what they're wanting to do is get back to their peace. They're wanting to heal themselves. hmm So this card also talks about, processing emotions, in my opinion, due to the context of the reading. Your person is processing their emotions deeply before they take any action. If they do reach out, it is going to be with a heartfelt understanding type energy. It's not going to be an impulsive or defensive type of energy. And, the Queen of Cups could also mean that they're currently in a state of emotional reflection, because this card is talking about reflection as well. So when we put these two together, emotional reflection. hmm Yeah. They want to understand their own feelings, before they make any kind of moves, whether it's with you or somebody else they plan, might want to deal with in the future. They want to be mature about their emotions, because the queen represents maturity, emotional maturity. Okay. Um, Emotional maturity from a place of nurture. So your person wants to nurture themselves right now. What I just heard was that they tried nurturing you. They were nurturing you. They were putting more into you than you were putting into them. And when they needed you to be there for them, you weren't. That could be the decision that you did not make for whatever reason. So that's what I just heard. Um, so your person's next action is going to be guided by emotions, intuition, whether that means reconnecting and expressing their feelings or just continuing to heal before reaching out. It could be that, or it could just be that they want to continue to heal on their own and just go on about their business. And the Queen of Cups could just mean that they're also emotionally aware and open more than they were before. So I'm not really clear on their next actions. Right now, I'm getting the feeling that your person just wants to continue to work on self and to heal themselves. But I'm going to pull a card from my homemade deck because I want to solidify what this Queen of Cups uh, next move is going to be. This Queen of Cups energy. I'm going to pull a card for that. For what is their next action? I want something to go with this Queen of Cups here. What is their next action? What is their next action? This Queen of Cups energy. What is this Queen of Cups energy? Next action. What is the next action? Cards are dropping on the floor. What is the next action? And we have Pisces energy, romantic hope. I feel something magical with you. Could this be the love I dreamed of? Interesting. Interesting. I feel like this is talking about the past. Yeah. Okay, so what came to me is that is talking about the past. That's how you're. So this is a romantic relationship, I feel, or a relationship where two people were considering the possibility of being together. It can also be a situation where two people were, thinking about working together. But someone came into the situation with rose-colored glasses, and I believe that's possibly was your person or whoever is being represented by this energy here, this Three of Swords. They came into the situation with rose-colored glasses. The other person knew exactly what they were doing. The one who didn't want to make the decision, they knew what they were doing. And yeah, this person felt like this Queen of Cups here, your person, or you, depending on the energies being flipped, they felt like you were the person of their dreams. You were someone who was going to do right by them. And I don't know what you showed them in the beginning that made them believe in you like that, but they believed in you, and you let them down, and you broke their heart some kind of way, or they broke your heart. That's what led to this no contact situation. So I feel like your person is thinking about this here, thinking about how emotionally immature they had been with having an expectation of you. That's what I'm picking up. That's what they're thinking about. And right now they want to focus on emotional maturity, the Queen of Cups. They want to be in their feminine energy. They don't want to go back into this. Swords is masculine energy, for the better or the worse. Swords represents masculine energy. They don't want to go back to that. You know, there could have been some manipulation going on in this situation as well. So, with that being said, what I'm picking up right now is that your person, it's Mercury retrograde right now. So, a lot of people are probably going into no contact situations. And when Mercury retrograde is over, you guys might come back and talk to each other and clear some things up. But right now, I don't see your person communicate, trying to reach out to you. If they do, I don't think it's going to be good. It's not going to be good right now. There's still a lot of emotions to process. There's still a lot of self healing that needs to be done. And unless you're willing to be honest and you're willing to make up your mind and be honest about what your intentions were, this situation is still not going to go well. So, whether your person reaches out to you or not, which I feel like they're not at this time, um, it's not going to be a good situation until the both of you grow up emotionally. With that being said, we're going to move on to selection number 2 for those of you who chose the colorful neon tarot deck. Selection number 2. Okay. Now, same question. What is the reason why you and your person went into the no contact situation? So I pulled a card for your energy, which is the Two of Wands reversed. Two of Wands reversed. We had the Two of Swords in the first reading. We had the Two of Wands in this one. Woo! And the card that I pulled for your person's energy is the Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords reversed. Both you and your person are upside down. Both you and your person are reversed. um so again, we have a decision making here. We have that in selection number 1. We have decision making in selection number 2. So the Two of Wands reverse talks about fear of change. Because when the Two of Wands is in this position here, this person is looking forward to change. They're looking forward to leaving the current city they reside in and going into another city. They're waiting for the ships to come in. They're holding the world in their hand. This person in this Two of Wands card is a traveler. hmm But when it's in reverse, it talks about the fear of change, the fear, hesitation of something new. It can also talk about a missed opportunity too. So the no contact situation likely is stemming from someone feeling uncertain about the future of the connection, and they're failing to make a decision. They're failing to take action where it matters the most. This card is also about planning when it's in this position here. So in this position, it could be about the lack of planning. There may have been some lack of planning, or one person may have may have backed out of progressing forward in this relationship or this situationship with you and your person. Let's talk about this Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is reversed as well. So what that's telling me is that there, conflict, tension, arguments, could have been some fighting in there too, played a major role in this no contact situation. But there's also the desire for peace as well, and resolving the issue, and having regrets. So it could have been this person here that your person could have been the one who, yeah, both of you weren't able to make up your mind about something, is what I'm picking up here. So the no contact situation definitely happened after an argument, but someone no longer wants to fight with this Five of Swords being in reverse. They just don't know how to fix things. Okay, they don't know what to do. Things are getting out of hand, and they could have done something selfish, or they could have been manipulating something as well, and now they regret it. And the selfishness and the manipulation could have been their way of trying to resolve things. They probably felt like you had a one up over them, and they were just determined to win, and they resorted to manipulative tactics, selfish tactics. We'll be talking about that as well. So the no contact was caused by indecision, avoidance of change, past conflicts that left wounds. One or both of you may wish that things had been handled differently, but you just don't know how to do anything about it. You don't know how to repair the damage that's already been done. That's what led to the no contact situation. So the next question that I asked was, how is your person feeling right now? And the card that I got was the Wheel of Fortune, which is interesting because in the last reading I got the World. And the World was, it had a woman inside of a circle representing completion. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is how your person is feeling right now. So your person is feeling like things are out of control right now. Okay, because the wheel just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. You know, it's the wheel of fortune. The fortune could be, in the separation or whatever the case may be. But your person is feeling like things are out of their control right now. The wheel of fortune is a card of fate. It's a card of cycles. It's a card of change. Your person could be feeling like this situation was meant to happen the way that it did. Your person is probably one of those people who says things like, it is what it is, it was what it was, it went the way it was supposed to go. Even if it's a difficult situation, that's how they feel. hmm They could be feeling like, outside forces, timing, personal growth, and destiny is playing a role in this separation between you and them, or this no contact situation between you and them. And it could be talking about their emotions as well. Your person could be feeling emotional right now. Their emotions could be fluctuating. One minute they might feel like they want to move away, and the next minute they feel like they want to give it another chance. The will can mean that they believe that the situation will change in its own time for the better or the worse. hmm So your person is feeling like this situation is a part of a bigger cycle, and they may be waiting to see what happens rather than trying to force an outcome at this point, because I believe that's what they were trying to do at first, and now they just giving up because they realize that nothing that they've done for the better or the worse, manipulating, um, trying to force something, nothing that they've done has seemed to work. So they're going to just leave it in God's hands, so to speak, right? And they could have said that to you. So, what is your person's next actions? And the card I pull for that is, ooh, oh shoot, that's crazy. I'm soaking my feet here, and the card fell into the the card fell into my bucket where I'm soaking my feet at. That's crazy. I pulled the tower, and it's crazy because it's the tower reversed. The tower reversed, and look at that. There's a fire at the top of the doggone tower, and it fell into the water where I'm soaking my doggone feet at. That's crazy. And the card is in reverse. So your person's next actions in the card pulled is the tower reversed. Hmm. Yeah, so the tower reverse goes back to this Wheel of Fortune card, how your person is feeling. It goes back to that card because the the Wheel of Fortune talked about how your person's gonna is accepting that fate played a role in this situation, and they don't really have any control over it. They're just going to let things go the way they go. They're not going to try to force anything. So the tower reverse is talking about your person avoiding the confrontation, avoiding the change, rather than being bold. Your person could be stalling, suppressing their emotions, and resisting a breakthrough of some sort, some type of breakthrough. What I'm hearing is that you and your person have a history. That's what I'm hearing. You have a history. where there's a pattern that that keeps occurring between you two, where I don't know, I'm hearing egos, where the egos clash. Mm-hmm. Uh, and what I just heard was that the one who walked away, the one who decided they didn't want to fight anymore, the one who walked away, that person saw the reality of the egos clashing. And that person is in denial about the role that they played as well. Both people were in their egos in the situation, but at the same time, it's just something that keeps bringing them back together. But every time they come back together, they wind up separating because they can't stop arguing. They can't stop manipulating each other. They can't stop trying to run shit. One person is afraid to be humble. One person is afraid to submit because they feel like the other person is going to have the upper hand over them. So this tower in reverse being the card that's talking about your person's next action is they're having a fear that reaching out is going to cause another conflict or force them to deal with the unresolved feelings. Mm-hmm. And however, the tower does talk about internal breakthroughs as well, or internal breakdowns, excuse me. So even if they're not taking the outward action, they are feeling the pressure. They are, and they're resisting the change. Because when the tower's in this position here, they don't have a choice. It's gonna come down. This tower's gonna fall. See the people falling out the tower, the two people? See that? Up here is the fire. This is representing all that you guys have been through and how this can't go on anymore because it's messing up the tower. And I'm going to say the tower is the home. It's going to burn the tower down. And the people have to jump out of the tower. There's probably some water below. I'm not sure because the car did fall into my bucket where I'm soaking my feet at. Yeah. So your person's actions, their next action is going to be delayed. It's going to be delayed. Yeah. They're avoiding facing the situation fully, even though deep down they know that something needs to change. If they do come towards you, or they do act, or they do take action, it's going to be in a hesitant and defensive way rather than open and direct. Absolutely. That's how it's going to be. So let me pull a card to solidify the energy of this tower in reverse. Let me pull one of my little homemade cards to give me some insight on this tower in reverse. We had 39 minutes already. Okay, I'm trying to do this in an hour and a half only. Let's get a card for this tower in reverse. Give me a card to help me understand or to give me some hints about this tower in reverse, representing the person's next actions. Okay, we got Leo energy coming out. Needing reassurance. I give so much. Don't make me feel like I'm the only one trying. So this goes back to your person feeling like there's nothing else they can do. They've tried everything, even negative shit they've tried, slick shit, manipulative shit. Your person feels like they're not being noticed. They feel like they're not getting the credit that they should get. They need reassurance, and this is probably what annoys you about them, because you probably feel like they should be assured on their own, and you don't want to give that to them because no one gave it to you. That's what I just heard. That's what I just heard. So, as far as your person's next move, you can have him back tomorrow if you call him and stroke his ego. Yeah. Like I said in the beginning, it's been some egos clashing here between these two people that caused the no contact situation. And with that being said, that ends that reading. We're going to move on to selection number 3. For those of you that chose selection number 3, which is this tarot deck here. Okay. All right. Same questions. What was the cause of the no contact between you and your person? As I said in the beginning, I have pre-pulled because I'm long-winded, and I find that when I don't pre-pull, these readings go on forever and forever until my battery runs out. So for your energy, I pulled the 7 of Wands reversed. And for your person's energy, I pull the Temperance card reversed. Let's see. Let me let you see that. That's upright position, but it came out in the reverse position. So this card is intended to represent you. You could have been working hard, putting in a lot of work, and being tired and frustrated and doing it, and you just gave up. And the Temperance here in reverse. Temperance talks about balance, talks about patience, harmony. So when it's in reverse, it's the total opposite of that. And that represents your person's energy. So the 7 of Wands reverse could be talking about either one or both of you felt very overwhelmed in this relationship, felt exhausted. The 7 of Wands in reverse. Excuse my nails. Sorry. They look terrible. One or both of you could have felt like you're unable to keep fighting for the relationship. Someone gave up trying to defend themselves, or the connection was just presenting too many challenges to them. Disagreements, outside pressures. This card is talking about feeling defeated. 7 of Wands in reverse. It's talking about not being or not willing to keep up with pushing forward with the hard work. So the no contact situation was the result of someone simply walking away rather than continuing with the struggle. They threw that wand down and got the hell up out of there. That was the last wand they threw down, and then they went in reverse. Went back the other way. Got out of Dodge. Now the Temperance adds to the 7 of Wands by showing a lack of balance, lack of patience, lack of harmony. Things for sure became chaotic. Emotional highs, emotional lows, miscommunications, frustration, unmet needs is what I'm hearing. There could have been emotional outbursts. One of you could have been feeling like you couldn't be stable in this relationship. That you was always, it probably was messing with your nerves a lot, got your nerves all messed up. You're jumping and you're fidgety in this relationship. You feel like you're walking on pins and needles. That could be your person being represented by this card here. Or the energies could be reversed. So the no contact situation happened because someone felt overwhelmed, emotionally drained. They felt they was unable to maintain balance in the relationship. A burnout could have taken place due to the repeated conflicts and the inability to find commonality, a common ground. That's what led to the no contact situation. Let's talk about how your person is feeling. So, how's your person feeling right now? And what I pull for that question is the Eight of Cups. Your person feels like they want to go on a sabbatical. Look at that person walking off into the distance. There's mountains back there, there's fertile grounds. They're leaving all their cups behind. The cups is love, emotions, feelings, everything they thought they had built with you. They're leaving it all behind, being represented by those cups there. Eight of Cups is how your person is feeling right now. They're feeling emotionally detached. These are the emotions here, represented by the cups. They're moving away from it. They're detaching themselves from the emotions. They're emotionally in the phase of walking away. You know, even though they physically walked away, they're in the phase of emotionally walking away from what they once cared about, which was you. They felt like they had to leave this situation behind. That's what they're feeling. Because it was no longer fulfilling. Or because they believed they wasn't getting what they needed, which was to be stable, comfortable, temperance in reverse. They weren't getting that. And that's what they needed. They needed calm. They needed peace. This person looks peaceful in this card. This person looks content. This person looks like they've accepted that they need to move on. Acceptance is a hell of a thing. You know, it doesn't make you want to control. It doesn't make you want to fight. You know, it makes you want to just, do your best to work towards peace. And that your person walking away doesn't mean they don't care. They just, it's a bittersweet departure for them. Your person is walking away with lingering emotions. But this is what they believe they need to do. They need to distance themselves. That's how your person's feeling. For their own well-being, they have to distance themselves right now. So they're emotionally withdrawn. They're in a place of introspectiveness. And they're focused on their own personal journey, their sabbatical. See them walking away. They don't have no bags and nothing. They keeping things simple. They want to be simple in life. They don't want the drama. Now, what's your person's next actions? And the card I pulled for that is the King of Pentacles. The King, the King, the King, the King. of Pentacles, or the King of Coins. I'm pouring some more hot water into my foot soaker here. Your person is taking care of themselves right now. Your person's next actions is going to be based on practicality. It's going to be based on stability. And they're not rushing anything. They're moving slow. They're taking their time. They want to smell the flowers right now. They don't want to rush into anything because they just came from a situation where they felt like they was on pins and needles, and they just want to look at the sun, smell the flowers, enjoy the air blowing their hair. Right now, they're prioritizing their peace, their security. They're prioritizing their responsibilities and their long-term stability, dealing with finances. They're focusing on their personal success, their finances. Again, the King of Pentacles, the King of Coins is always about their money. They want to be stable. If they think about coming back, and I just heard that that was one of the problems that you had with your person, that you and your person had, was that either you or your person was not bringing enough finances to the table, and that was part of the challenges that you and your person had. One felt like they was doing more than the other. One felt like they was putting most of the work in, and in the situation between you and your person was not a fair situation. It was not balanced. Temperance in reverse. And your person knows that deep down they're mature. They know that deep down they're responsible. They know that they're capable. And dealing with you, they were led to believe that they weren't capable. So now they just want to prove to themselves that they are. That's where your person is right now. They're focusing on getting themselves together, that coin. They don't want to be impulsive anymore. They don't want to be emotionally vulnerable, financially vulnerable. They want to be in control of their life and in control of themselves. So if they feel like if they reach out to you, then that can bring them to a place of instability, mess up what they're attempting to grow right now, attempting to bring peace and stability into their life. If they feel they're reaching out to you could mess that up in any kind of way, they're going to probably most likely stay where they're at. So their next action is not going to be immediate. If they do act, it's going to be with stable intentions. So let's pull another card to give us more clarity on this King of Pentacles and their next action. Let's pull from my homemade deck here. Let's see what's going on with the homemade deck here. What is their person's next actions? What is this King of Pentacles next actions? What is this King of Pentacles next actions? And we have interesting Taurus energy. I want to claim you, but I'll wait. Do you feel it too? Silent longing. Huh. Taurus is about their money. They about their money. It's an earth sign. Tauruses can be lazy though. What motivates them is their food, their money. Their money first, their food, and then family. That's what motivates them to get off their keisters and work. But sometimes when they get into a love situation, they can become lazy. They can become self-indulgent. And even if they're not in a relationship situation, they can still be indulgent, self-indulgent. So I'm feeling like your person does deep down long for you. They want to claim you. They want you for them, but they realize that that's not enough for this relationship. They realize that, and what I'm getting from that is that you and your person do have the potential for coming back in contact with each other. If not for long term, then for an opportunity to see if there is a potential for you two to be involved in the future. Perhaps when your person gets on their toes and gets their finances right, gets that coin right, King of Pentacles. With that being said, we're going to move on to selection number 4. Those of you who chose number 4. And the tarot deck that resonates with number 4. If you like what I'm doing so far, please hit the like button. If you appreciate these readings and they resonate for you, please hit the like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know what's going on. Okay. Now, I forgot how these cards was, and I wrote it down somewhere. Let me see. It was the Lovers, the Judgment, reverse. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, that's what it was. All right. So, I asked, what was the cause of the no contact situation for you and your person? And for your energy, I got the Lovers. Okay. The Lovers. The Lovers is on the bottom of the Devil card. If you look at the Devil card in the tarot deck, the Lovers are at the foot of the Devil. So, what just came to me is that this relationship between you and your person could have been addicting, could have been somewhat toxic. And the only reason why I say it could have been somewhat toxic is because the card that's representing your person's energy is Judgment in reverse. So when I saw the Judgment card, the first thing I thought was someone's married. Someone is married. Okay. So what this tells me is that with this Lovers card coming up, what this tells me is that the relationship between you and your person is a very significant one in your life. This is not an ordinary relationship. This is a very significant relationship. It's a very intoxicating relationship. You enjoy your person's company. What just came to me is I lost the thought that quick. But what came to me was when I thought about you enjoying your person's company, is that every time you and your person got together, there was this feeling of, I don't want to leave, but I know I'm going to have to leave them at some point, or I don't want to separate from them. And there was always this feeling of wondering, how would it be if you two could live a normal life? And what I mean by a normal life is a life that where you guys could be yourselves to the world as a couple. Now, for some of you, this is not talking about a couple. For some of you, this is talking about a friendship. hmm For some of you, this is talking about a friendship, a significant friendship in your life that meant a lot to you. hmm Absolutely. Um, this reading here was a little challenging for me because the lovers is talking about a significant connection and one that's deeply emotional and spiritual. But then we have over here the judgment card in reverse. Who wants to see that after seeing the previous energy, which is the lovers? The lovers is about a meaningful bond, but it can also talk about choices too. Most of the cards that I pulled tonight representing the person who came here to see these readings all had something to do with twos, I believe. Let me see. Which one is this one have? Yep, the Two of Wands was in that one. And then I think, except for the last reading we did, that one was a Seven of Wands. Yeah. But a lot of twos are coming out tonight. um, so, yeah, the Lovers talks about a meaningful bond, but it also talks about choices in love. So, it's talking about a decision regarding the relationship. And it's definitely having to do with temptation, indecision, and conflicting emotions, which ultimately led to the no contact situation. And the judgment reverses talking about a lack of clarity, avoidance of accountability. What I just heard is that somebody wasn't honest with someone and they're avoiding being accountable for that. They're ignoring an important lesson because this relationship is teaching the both of you lessons. Somebody was in denial about their feelings, afraid to face the truth, and unwilling to make a very necessary decision about where the relationship was going. There was some miscommunication, there was some self doubt, and again, an unwillingness to confront what's going on in this relationship. I feel like this is a relationship that's been going on for a while. There's been some past mistakes that was made as well, leading to a stagnation in this relationship. This relationship because it's a spiritual one, because it is a tight bond, you know, when the two people felt free to really express the love they had for each other, it was beautiful. But then once the miscommunications occurred and the unwillingness to learn from lessons and ignoring the important lessons and being in denial about feelings and afraid to face the truth, once all that type of energy came into play, this judgment in reverse, uh, that didn't allow the two people to be free in expressing the love that they have for each other, in expressing the beautiful bond they had. And so once that happened, a stalemate took place, a stagnation. And that's what led to the no contact. Somebody was struggling with a major decision. What I just heard is that somebody was needing to get a divorce. There's an affair that's been going on for a while here, and somebody lied and said they was going to get a divorce and they were working on it and they just never did it. That's for some of you. That's what the situation is. Somebody was avoiding being responsible and facing the truth, fearing change. The change of, you know, being divorced and actually being with the person that they have the bond with. This happens a lot. I feel Libra energy, could be some Aries energy as well. There's a lack of paying attention to the inner voice in this relationship. Hmm. So, how is your person feeling right now? Let's talk about that. Uh, and the card that I pulled for that is the Ace of Cups. That's how your person's feeling right now. Ace of Cups. Emotional. Your person's feeling emotional, overwhelmed with emotions. They just want to take their cup and offer it to you. They want to tell you everything they're feeling right now. You know, the distance from you and the no contact situation is causing them to reflect on the great times you had. Hmm. Absolutely. And you know, they're just overwhelmed with emotions right now. They're probably experiencing like an overwhelming amount of love for you, like a longing to be in your arms right now. They're realizing their feelings for you. That's what they're realizing. They're feeling a renewal of emotions right now. They're realizing how deep this connection is with you now that they're not with you. You know how to say you don't miss your water till your well run dry? And the cups is water energy. You know, the Ace of Cups is about making an offer as well, you know, starting anew. So your person could be having the desire to start something new with you. Again, you know, they're feeling a surge. They're experiencing a wave of love and regret as well. But they want the emotional closeness again. But this is just an emotional state right now. So it doesn't necessarily mean that even though that's how they're feeling, that they're going to act on it right away. So your person is feeling emotionally open and realizing that their love and longing for you is quite strong right now. And They may even want a fresh start with you. So let's talk about your person's next actions. And I got the king in another reading too. It was the king of pentacles though. So like a lot of king energy coming out for the person's next action. Your person's next action is the king of cups. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 King of cups. So, huh. So the king of cups is somebody who's feeling emotionally mature. Okay. Someone who's feeling emotionally mature. And they're feeling reflective. Okay. Uh, and they're feeling very connected to you. That's what this king of cups is talking about. Um, this king of cups was actually reversed. Actually, I just peered over at my paper and saw that I wrote it down as reversed. But your person is still there. They still have all those emotions for you that I just spoke about before. But the only thing is that with the king of cups being reversed, it in the context of the question being what is their next action, um, it could be talking about them acting immature, emotionally immature, because the king of cups is mature, and so if it's in reverse, it's immaturity. They're going to probably suppress their emotions. They're going to suppress this Ace of Cups energy that they felt. They're going to suppress it. They're going to avoid. And perhaps, the King of Cups reverse is also manipulative, but not necessarily in a malicious way because they do care about you. Sometimes people care about people and they do manipulative things. They don't want to be malicious about it. They just trying to get their way. Immaturity, emotional immaturity. But they're gonna still be inconsistent. Most any card that's in reverse is talking about some type of inconsistency. They're going to continue to withdraw emotionally. If they do reach out to you, they're not going to follow through with going deep on the emotions. They're not going to express any emotional depth. It's going to be manipulative games that they play. They're going to struggle to express how they feel, and it's going to go back into a miscommunication between you and your person. So even though they feel a strong emotional pull towards you, they're going to struggle to express it in a healthy and stable way. If they do reach out, it's going to be indirect and unclear and emotionally confusing conversation. I feel like it's going to be that way on purpose because what just came to me is that your person is used to having their way in this relationship with you. They're used to having their way. They're used to you just being free with them and submitting to the love that you feel for them without a care in the world. And you're not wanting to do that anymore. And they're trying to manipulate you back into that place or you could be doing that to them. The energies could be reversed. Now, I want to pull another card for this King of Cups in reverse on their next actions from my homemade tarot deck. Oops. Yeah, I'm feeling Libra energy from this group as well too. Libra energy. Those Libras are charmers. They are charmers. And they love everybody and they try to please everybody. And if your person is married and you got involved with them while they were married, that's how they want to keep it. They want to keep it going that way. They're not trying to change it. They're not trying to, part of your success in the relationship with them is the fact that they've been able to leave and go back home to their wife. That's been part of the success of your relationship. So if that were to change, the dynamics of the relationship that you have with them is going to change. Absolutely. So let's get this King of Cups in reverse. Let's get a card to really seal the deal for us on, oh boy, their next actions. I dropped some cards here. Let's get a card, please, to seal the deal on their next action as King of Cups. And we have Virgo coming out. And at the bottom it says observation. I see the little things you do, and that makes me want to know you more. I see little things you do, and that makes me want to know you more. Your person is observing you, and they're analyzing you like Virgos do. They've got you figured out. But right now you're doing something that they're not used to, and they're trying to figure out how to manipulate that. They want to know more about this new energy you're presenting them with that you've never presented them with before, that's causing the challenge and the dynamics of the relationship that you two have. So your person is going to come back around. I don't know if it's going to be before or after Mercury retrograde is over, but they're definitely going to come back around. That's going to be your person's next actions. With that being said, we're going to move on to those of you who selected number 5. Your person is probably watching your social media and all that. Okay. If you selected number 5, this is the last reading. I managed to get to this point in under 2 hours. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, the question is, again, what was the cause of the no contact for you and your person? And for your energy, I got the 8 of Wands reversed. 8 of Wands reversed. Waiting on a sign, bad timing, delays. And for your person's energy, I got the Star. I got the Star. Faith, renewal, and healing. I got the Star for your person's energy. So the 8 of Wands, when it's in an upright position, when it's in this position here, it's about rapid change, domino effect, as it says in the corner there. Communications. And you see the letter there coming? It says you on the front of that letter there. But it's in reverse. It's in reverse. So this talks about delays in the communication, and we are in the Mercury retrograde right now. It talks about a sudden loss of momentum, that which was moving quick and fast and seemed to be in a place of arriving on time has lost momentum. So this relationship could be losing momentum. Things may have felt like they was moving forward quickly, and then some type of unexpectancy occurred. It can mean that one person pulled back, somebody lost interest, or they became overwhelmed with how fast paced this connection was moving. There could have also been issues with communication as far as messages being left unanswered, misunderstandings, failures to express feelings clearly. Again, we are in Mercury retrograde right now. So the star, which is the energy representing your person, shows me that even though there's a slowdown in the communication, there's still hope. There's still an emotional connection here in this relationship. One of you believes in the potential of this relationship, but something is keeping it from moving forward smoothly. I feel like it has to do with distance. Someone lives at a distance. And I feel like your person, being represented by the star, probably had, and you could have too, had ideals about how this relationship was going to go. You could have had an idolized vision, which tends to happen with a lot of people. You could have had an idolized vision of the connection, but the reality of the connection, it's not matching up. And so that's causing a distance between you and your person, which led to the no contact. But I feel like there's still hope there because of the star card. It's just a no contact situation right now. That's caused by communication issues, delays, loss of momentum. But despite the fact that there's still some hope going on, there's still hope. Strong feelings are still involved. But somebody's pulled away. I believe it's your person because they don't want to be bogged down by whatever it is that's bogging you down. And I feel like they just gonna come back around when the timing is right. And when it's meant to be, it's just gonna be meant to be because the star card is about the card of faith. You know, when you have faith, uh, you don't try to control things that you have no control over. Okay. Um, let's talk about how your person is feeling. How's your person feeling right now? And what we have for that is the King of Cups. So your person who's represented by the star is feeling like the King of Cups. And, you know, that makes sense. That makes sense that your person would be the King of Cups if they were the star, the person who had the hope. You know, your person is a positive person. Um, yes, your person is feeling like they want to present themselves as emotionally mature. Hmm. They still, you know, I feel like they still feel a connection to you. That's why they're showing up as the King of Cups and how they feel. I feel like they're, your person is in the mode of processing their feelings calmly and working on maintaining emotional balance. Non-toxic masculinity, emotional maturity, and compassion. That's what it says up here in the corner of that card. So I feel like your person does still have feelings for you, but they're choosing to handle those feelings that they have for you in a composed and controlled way. They're thinking about you, but instead of acting impulsively, they're trying to keep their emotions in check. So I feel like they still have strong feelings, but they're handling them maturely, reflecting rather than acting on impulse. So let's talk about what your person's next actions are. And what we have for your person's next actions is the Nine of Swords reversed. Something just came to me and told me that while your person is in the no contact situation, they're going through something with someone else too. Um, this is not for all of you, okay? That's not for all of you. That's just for some of you. Your person is. I just heard also that their connection with you was a connection that they wanted to get into to help them get over the hump of this other toxic situation. Your person is somewhat uh unrealistic. Your person is somewhat unrealistic in the sense that, you know, in reality they get their um they get their validation from the relationships that they're involved in. And when they're not being validated quickly enough, they get validation elsewhere. Yes. That's what I just heard. So, with this Nine of Swords in reverse, this is talking about someone who's working through anxieties, someone who's working through guilt. And being at the Star card was your person's energy in the context of, what led to you and them going into the no contact energy. I feel like this Nine of Swords reverse is talking about uh, their next actions is not really having anything to do with you right now. It's having to do with something that they're going through with somebody else. That's for some of you. Now, for you others who are watching this reading, uh, your person perpetrated a fraud. They perpetrated a fraud in their relationship with you. Um, they they could be helping you out in some kind of way, but they're not. Your person is not in reality. Okay, that's what I just heard. Your person is not a realistic person. They're leaving the work of your connection with them up to you. Okay, and then there's the other group of you who's watching this reading who they're the situation where there's the miscommunication and the delays and the loss of momentum. uh that's an actual fact. There, you live at a distance from your person, and it's the distance between you and the busy lives that you have where you live that's a challenge for you and your person to come together. And but you guys are working on coming together. You're just in a silent mode right now. You might be feeling like your person is feeling a type of way towards you, but that's not the case. They're just, you know, feeling like because they don't have you in their life right now close to them, it's a disappointment. And it's they don't want to, keep hearing about the fact that you can't come to them or they can't come to you, and the situation that's going on between you and them right now is just really not in your control or their control. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to communicate about that because, they just want you there with them. That's how they handling it. And I feel like, with this King of Cups being in the upright position, for some of you, this is where your person is working on being. But for some of you, this is where your person is. Emotional immaturity. That's what just came to me. Okay? But your person fancies themselves to actually be emotionally mature. That's what they fancy themselves to be. So as far as your person's next move, what's the move they're gonna make? And the Nine of Swords in reverse, being the card representing that energy. I feel like your person's next action is that they're going to move towards healing and trying to let go of negative emotions surrounding the no contact situation they have with you. It doesn't mean that they won't reach out. It just means that they need time to fully process things before they take any steps. If they do take action, it's going to be after they found more mental clarity and emotional peace. Okay. Let's pull a card from my homemade deck to give us more insight on this Nine of Swords energy and their next move, their next action. Give me a card to make it clear what the Nine of Swords reverse next action is going to be in this reading. Give me a card. Let me get a card, please. There we go. And we have, should have known, Libra energy. It sounds like Libra energy. With you, love feels like a dance, effortless, graceful, and beautifully in sync. Perfect partnership. Like I said, your person is a little delusional. They're idealistic, and idealistic with in a sense of, they don't see nothing but their ideals. Even when the challenges present themselves, they turn those challenges into idealism and their vision and their version of what they saw. And in some cases, that's a good thing to do. But if you're doing that without putting forth the effort to make your visions come true, and you just letting everybody else do the work to make your visions come true, as though they're characters in your story, yet you're in this relationship too. What is the work you're going to do? You see? So your person, ideally, they feel like, what I'm hearing is that most relationships that they get involved with, they feel like it's a perfect situation. They're delusional. I said that in the beginning. Your person's a little delusional and not in reality. So with this Nine of Swords energy, I feel like your person goes back and forth between they go backwards and forwards between reaching out to you and they go backwards and forwards with whether to move on to somebody else. They go backwards and forwards with, because this is Libra energy, which is symbolized by the scales. And when the scales are unbalanced, or out of balance, your person goes back and forwards with, telling you what you want to hear, making you feel as though they're going to be ideal to you as far as putting the work in. And then when it's time to put the work in, they off somewhere else, leaving you to take over their vision of what is ideal in this relationship, leaving you to put the work in. And that could be what the miscommunication is about. That could be what the loss of momentum was about. There would be a loss of momentum if a person is making it sound good, like they're going to put the work in, and then next thing you know, you're being left holding the bag. You're being left paying the bill every time you look up. So that would make a person who's coming in fast turn around and go back the other way. So as far as your person's next actions, what I'm hearing is that they're going to keep doing what they always do, playing the victim, putting on a facade. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And with that being said, this is the last reading of tonight. I'm going to close out. I'm tired. I've been up here for an hour and almost 40 minutes now. If you like the reading, please leave your comments below. Hit the like button. Let me know if the readings resonate for you. Let me know if there's any types of readings you would like for me to do. Okay? Enjoy the rest of your time. Bye-bye.